Tell me why this man had the audacity to ask me. Listen, he was like, can I just put my tip in? I'll give you 100,000 rand. Am I asking too much? I just put my tip in.
Let me put the head in.
I'll give you 100,000 rand.
Ooh, I don't want more than that. God, I respect the cat. I promise just to touch.
The audacity.
Let me put the head in.
But wait! There's more! Give it to me! Give it to me! Just give it!
Since you guys love my story time so much, I decided why not give you guys more.
Before we move on and get more stories from this lovely lady on her pretty privilege saga, let's actually hear her out on the last story that we never got to hear. The stranger gave me 2K for nothing.
I have a story time. I went to Midrand coffee. I stay in Midrand, right? But I went to coffee Midrand last week with my friend. Oh my gosh, like Beziwa. It was falling, guys. It was falling. So anyways, we go to Midrand and it was me and my two friends, right? So my other friend had to leave because she was driving and she can't be drunk driving and at night. So she's like, I have to leave. And I'm like, okay, sharp. I escort her outside. She leaves. And then I come back inside and my best friend is like, okay, so there's this guy who called us to come chill in their section.
You wanna bumble? You wanna chill with the big boys?
Like, I don't want to move. Because now if we move and we come back to this table, they move us that side. And now we have to come back to our table and there's people sitting here. No. And we're going to have to go home. No, we're not moving. So she's like, okay, Shab, let me go talk to this guy. She talks to this guy, right? So this guy, he comes to our table. He talks to me. He's like, okay, introduces himself. Hi. I heard you're reluctant to come to the table. Please come to our section, begging me. And I'm like, okay, Shab. And he's like, you can buy anything on the menu.
No wonder women overvalue themselves. Pretty privilege must be nice, whereby you have random strangers willing to fund your lifestyle just because of how you look.
Guys, pretty privilege is real. Okay, the amount of things that pretty people get away with is astronomical. And if you genuinely don't believe that pretty privilege exists, wow.
It's so nice to be a pretty girl. It's so nice. I miss my flights, right? And I'm currently at the airport at the restaurant. My flight was supposed to be at 4:10. I missed my flight because I went to go do my hair, my nails. The only thing I did was just dial a nigga and be like, you know?
Listen, but we don't transfer. We listen, but we don't transfer.
Message!
You know what's crazy? Do you know what's absurd about pretty privilege? Is that you as a man and her as a woman are playing two different games. You as a man, you can commit yourself to a job. You can commit yourself to college for 3, 4, 5 years. But as long as that woman is born with a pretty face, has a small tight waist, has nice fun bag twins, and she's got nyash,
I die for fat nyash.
yeah. Trust me when I say this. If that woman's headspace is in the right place and she takes care of herself, her future is basically brighter than yours as a man that's been to college or has a good job, because there's always some man that's willing to fund her lifestyle.
And I'm like, but you guys are going to leave us here, right? And he's like, yeah, actually, I do have work and I have to leave at 7. But I'm going to leave you at the table with the drinks. Buy anything you want right now. I'm going to pay. Anything on the menu. So my friend orders moet, and then he pays. And now he's like, are you sure? I'm about to leave. Get more. What else do you want? And I'm like, nah, I'm fine. So I asked my friend, I'm like, Oshap, what do you want? And she's like, yo, I'm hungry. I want wings. I tell the guy, I'm like, okay, my friend wants wings. He's like, ish, okay, we wait for an hour. The waiter's still not coming. So he gives me 500. He's like, okay, this is for the wings. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what? For wings, 500? I'm like, you made my night. Takes out another 500, 2,000. And then he's like, take my numbers.
And I'm pretty sure at that point, the only thing that was going through that woman's head was,
It's so nice to be a pretty girl. It's so nice. I love dealing with a rich nigga.
interesting. In the first half of this video, this lady got offered 2K. Now, let's go back to the original story where she got offered 100K. Yo, niggas really like to waste their money.
And last year, how much would you say you spent on women?
Probably like, let's see, around 2-3.
2,000-3,000. It's not so bad.
Nah, 3 million.
God damn.
However,
And this video is titled, "This stranger offered me 100K for this."
Like, Midrand is a whole country on its own. It's crazy out here. And now, like, I really understand why the girls in Midrand feel so entitled because of what men do. Men are really trying to buy love out here. It's crazy.
I beg to differ. Men ain't trying to buy love, especially in Cyril's economy. However, for those that actually can afford to buy a woman's affection, because they attach their own value to the pockets and the value that they provide as men, because as men, we are socialized to think that our value comes from our pockets. That's why we are very understanding about being treated as an ATM.
A high-value man is a man who has money. Period.
It's crazy.
However, in this particular woman's situation, a lot of men are throwing money her way because they just trying to experience her. They ain't trying to buy her love. They just trying to secure her, because men understand what they call a marketing budget to get women. Well, those men that can actually afford this luxury called self-entitled women.
I'm quite expensive. I'm not for everybody.
sounds like a you problem.
Okay, but yeah, anyways. So I once met this guy. We were out with my friends, right? And I don't know whether to insert the clip or not of what I was wearing that day, because I do have a video. I was taking a couple of TikToks that I never posted.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you.
So yeah, whatever. So we went out with my friends, right? And I met this guy at this restaurant in Midrand, right? And this guy comes up to me and he's like, you can come with your friends and come, you know, if you guys want to drink, you can come drink upstairs with us. So we go with my friends, we go chill with them, and we start drinking with them. Tell me why this man had the audacity to ask me. Listen, he was like, can I just put my tip in? I'll give you 100,000 rand.
What?
I was like, no. Hell nah. Hell no.
First of all, Eddie Murphy once said,
No pussy is worth $150 million.
The audacity.
hey yo, no coochie is worth 100,000 rand. For my American audience, that is $5,450,000. That's still a lot of money. For Gucci, oh hell no, give me a zero.
I just put my tip in.
For Gucci, that is unnecessary. That's just dramatic. I mean, it is not worth it.
I'll give you 100,000 rand.
Truth be told, I have zero respect for any man that's willing to pay any woman that kind of money just to have access to her. Even if it's just for booty butt cheeks. That is a waste of money. Talk about being desperate. How desperate can you get?
I would totally drink your bathwater.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Sir, are you okay, sir?
I just put my tip in.
And also, this thing of putting in the hit is going to get y'all into a lot of trouble. It's going to get y'all into a whole lot of situations that y'all don't want to be in.
You're just really wondering, are we going to get hopped up enough to make some bad decisions? And perhaps play a little game called Just the Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it feels. Or
Just let me put the head in. Don't do it.
Let me put the head in.
Don't do it.
100K just to put in your tip. Is that possible? What's in that tip?
These nuts.
You're gonna love my nuts. With the skin.
Because I know damn well that tip is gonna ruin my life. Just you putting in that tip for it to cost 100K. And besides, even if it wasn't 100K, I don't give out coochie. Like, it's the last thing I would do. Maybe if they say, a family member is dying and I need to give out coochie, I would do it. But for money, no amount could buy this.
I mean, life is nothing but a trade-off. What are you willing to give in order to get what you want? Also, I don't believe this lady when she says she doesn't give out coochie like that, especially for money. Because based on her own content, this is what she had to say. So the 100K question everybody's asking themselves is, did this lady take the money? How about you let me know what you think in the comment section? Personally, I think she did not take the money. However, she probably did consider it because a woman is still a woman, and we all know women love money. And that's probably how some women tend to overvalue themselves, because they attach their own value based on how much money a man is willing to spend on them. And if you're a man that has to pay a woman in order to experience her, then you really need to work on yourself. Money don't maketh man, man maketh man. Also, y'all need to be careful about just putting in the head. A lot of y'all, that's how y'all were conceived. Anyway, take it, treat carefully, and peace.
I know damn well that tip is gonna ruin my life. Just you putting in that tip for it to cost 100K.